Hello, everybody. My name is Kausar Sultana, and I'm back here again reading excerpts from this amazing book, Keep Shining, Find Your Happiness Quotient, written by Ashtar Tashi. Welcome, Tashi, to day 7 of this.
Hi, Kausar. Hi, everyone who is with us and who is watching this recording. Thank you, Kausar, so much for doing these 7 days with me. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and the kind of response you and I are getting from all the
Amazing.
viewers, yeah, on Instagram messages, on Facebook Messenger, and of course on WhatsApp and things. It is so overwhelming. It is so rewarding. It's a great feeling that people have enjoyed the book, and I'm already booking orders for the copies of the books as soon as this lockdown is
Oh,
over.
fantastic.
I am going to, yeah, I'm going to be sending out so many copies, at least whatever copies I have for now, and then get more published, of course. Um, so, Kausa and I were thinking, guys, that to come together again and continue reading some more chapters after a gap, not right away. She's got a lot of her work and her content work that she has to create, and audio meditations and things that she's curating currently. I'm also curating a lot of online sessions and things like that. So after a bit, Kausa and I are going to do that. So Kausa, you have anything to say about that to our viewers?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that. I had that idea as well, Tashi, and both of us talked about it earlier that we might, do some more chapters reading, but not as regularly as we have been doing like this on a daily basis. But definitely, I would love to. Both of us would love to know from all of you viewers. Why don't you send in your comments? Would you be interested to know, read, hear, listen, all of that to our experiences and from related to more chapters. I have been reading. I have not been able to stop reading the other chapters. I really, really want to share them with you. Let me know. What do you think? I'll come back with more excerpts. But for today, uh, today's chapter, I love it. I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, um it's really amazing the coincidence that when I shared with Tashi which chapter, actually, this was not the chapter that, I'll tell you what, this was not the chapter that I had picked when I first sent out the whole plan to Tashi on the email, what would be on day 7. Again, this morning when I was sitting and reading it, and I was like, no, this energy is just not vibing with the entire group and everything, the way we've been going. And I just went ahead and looked at the table of content, and another chapter just popped up. And then I said, instantly messaged Tashi and I said, you know what? If you're okay with it, I want to change the chapter, and this is the chapter. And she said, okay, brilliant, just go with the flow. Um, and it's the coincidence that related to the chapter, I thought this is the color that I want to wear. And then when both of us came online for this recording, it's a similar color that Tashi is wearing. I was like, Are, what is this? And she said, yeah, well, the name of the chapter just made me, want to wear this color, bright red. So they're very similar. It's a coincidence. And okay, here I go again, rambling about the chapter, not telling you the name. It's called Realizing Passion. Yes, it's everything to do with passion. So, this book, Tashi writes, this book you're reading is a result of immense passion that was lit like a shining torch of fire within me by the guidance and support of some very enlightened souls, strong people whose encouragement and belief in my work made me see my own inner wisdom and its power. This has further led to many more opportunities in giving a new life to my dreams. Ignite the passion within you and change your path. Change it from one of procrastination, self doubt, and fear of failure to a path of inner realization, self awareness, and new beginnings. There is always a time to do new things, a time to move ahead with passion and create new experiences that lead to new beginnings. Make this your moment of change from old pathways to new highways of success. It's so perfectly aligned to everything you and I have been talking about the past week, but
Yeah.
please Uh, it's just amazing. Yes, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, just that I had not thought of writing this book for the longest time. And I think uh, the universe just got together because there is something I wanted to do was to share my stories with the world. And I said, what way would I do this? I was not a very social media friendly person when I wrote this book, in fact. And something just told me, but the world needs to know how they can transform their life. And every morning I would wake up at 5 and sit down on my, at my study table and write a few lines. By the end of it, I had the book ready in my hands. In between, my father-in-law passed on. Within 4 months of that, my own father passed on. So I kind of gave up hope. I gave up. I was very emotionally traumatized, of course, with the losses. And so I thought that this is it. I do not want to carry on. And then I said, you know what? What has that got to do with what is my heart's passion? So, in spite of personal tragedy, trauma, emotional upheavals, I decided to stand up and finish what I had started. That is how passionate I was about writing the book and sharing stories. And I think that should be inspiration enough for a lot of people. And when people read this book, and especially when they read this chapter, Kosa, they say that, yeah, that is very inspiring because I haven't written about this in the book, but what I have written is, yes, this is my passion. And this also comes from the fact that I'm passionate about my work. My fashion work, I was very passionate about it then for so many years. And this work for the last 17 years, I have been so passionate about it that I think nothing else but this. My 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 passion is only to serve divine light, to follow divine will, and then to serve the light in each person who I meet or who meets me. So as long as you're passionate, the torch has to be kept lit, and nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. So just that is the reason for this chapter, and I'm so glad that we're closing this 7-day series with this. We leave people with a lot more inspiration, Kausar, than what we started.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's so evident in the messages that we're receiving. So it's not just a hope.
Yeah,
You're seeing that instantly, you know,
yeah. It's so
the
rewarding,
intent, our
so
intent
humbling, so rewarding. Yes, yes, yes.
is the
Yeah,
intent. So I have
yeah,
a
it
question
really
for you,
is.
Tashi. As always, I love to ask you questions from your own book. You know that, right? So, couple of lines here and there I've picked up. One, you have written, passion is the most natural need of a being. Okay. Many times, though, we create a different reality, the sad reality of not achieving what we want. Okay, so these two lines. You said that passion is the most natural need of a being, but then we create a different reality. Now, here, what I'm trying to ask you here is, I can take my example. So many people now before I got into this line of healing and the work that I've been doing for over a decade now. For 17 years, I was in the corporate world. For 17 years, I was in the training. I actually left it at the peak of my career when I was heading an entire training division, right? Um, and then this came for me. But people tell me, and now like exactly like you said, right? This I'm extremely passionate about this work, extremely passionate. uh, and people tell me that you're lucky that your work is your passion. We can't afford to not do our work and go after our passion. We don't have time. We have to work
Passion,
to
yeah.
keep our get going. So I know what I tell them, but I would love for you to share what is it that you would say to viewers. I know it's going to be different. What you'll tell them.
So I would really say that don't, number one, what are we passionate about? We are passionate about something that we want for ourselves. And what do we want for ourselves? We dream about it. We dream. We want to be painters or artists or singers or horse riders or, whatever, uh, champion golfers, whatever we want to be. So that is a dream. But then in the daily rigmarole of living and earning that, bringing food on the table and everything, we tend to forget. our dream, or at least you put it on the back burner to think, oh, you know what, I
Yeah.
really won't have time for this. Let me not pursue it. Let me not think of it. My request to everybody would be, Kausar, is that do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your dream. Keep that fire lit inside of you. Keep that little lamp lit inside of you. Whenever possible, go back to it. Keep going back to it. Don't just forget about it and throw it in the attic. Don't do that
Mm.
to yourself. It is not fair to you. It's not fair to your soul. Your soul wants to be enlightened, and that enlightenment does not come only through spiritual text or spiritual discourses. Enlightenment comes when you are passionate about something and you serve your passion, you serve yourself, you serve your light. So don't throw that dream away. Keep that dream alive. Go back to it every weekend. Tell your family, tell your loved ones. They will understand that, you know what, every Saturday and Sunday or whichever day I have off in my workspace, I am not going to, if you're a woman or a man, whatever, but I am not going to cook today. I am going to order in maybe, or I am going to have somebody else in the family cook that meal that day, but I want to spend those 2 3 hours pursuing that passion of mine. I want to go and hit a few balls at the golf greens. I want to write. I want to sit down and paint that day. Do
Yeah.
something that takes me closer to my. But if you're going to sit back and say, but you know what, I'm going to pack it away, you're hurting your soul, you're harming yourself. Please respect your own self. Please love yourself enough to keep going back and opening that little box and taking out your dream every weekend and embellish it a little bit, do something with it, and then put it back till the next weekend. Don't give up on your dream. Be passionate. Keep
Yeah.
your passions alive.
Lovely, 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 lovely. Thank you. Yeah, it's to keep it constantly, like I've marked over here. Also, very beautifully you've written is that we must be consciously aware of our dream at all times. When we are aware of it constantly in all conscious and unconscious moments, we are fueling it with our passion. So what I loved about this point is we are not able to sometimes find the time to take out time to do some
Mm.
activities, right? But even
Yeah.
a step before that, what you were saying and what your book also says here is so beautiful, right? That keep it alive, not as a dream. I wish I can achieve that dream, or it's an impossible dream to achieve. Not that way, but keep it alive, and that energy that you put in, that this is what I'm going to do. That is what is the
Fuel
message you
it
will send out to the
slowly,
universe.
slowly. Yeah. Fuel
Yeah,
it in small
and
bits and pieces, but don't
yeah,
dry it up. Don't dry
yeah,
it up. Keep
exactly.
fueling it.
Yeah, exactly. And then the universe is what then brings about opportunities. Suddenly you'll just have a time slot free, you
Yeah.
know. And this is reminding me of a meditation that I had received and I'll be putting it up actually very soon on my YouTube. But there's one line in that I am not the person who's dreaming that dream. That dream has chosen
Is
me
dreaming
to
me.
to
Dream me.
fulfill it, to
Fulfill
fulfill
itself.
it.
Yes, 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 yes. High five on that one. High five on that one. Yes, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Wonderful. Very
Just
nicely.
it just
Put very
remembered that, yeah.
nicely.
So
Beautiful, beautiful course. Very nice.
I just got reminded. Thank you. All right. So
Yeah.
that brings me to my next segment. Yes. So this many times I'll continue reading what Tashi has written because there's some more points very interesting. Many times we create a different reality, the sad reality of not achieving what we want. This happens when we are unsure of that dream and how much we want it. Okay, we may see ourselves shining and our dream in our dream, but there are blocks in the way. This may lead to discouragement and dejection, right? So these are some of the reasons. So now be more aware, be more conscious about these, and we've shared tools. Go for it, guys. Now, here's another very lovely sentence. You've written that have confidence in yourself and stay attuned to success. That's how we're attuned to success. That word, attuned, it's like, you're tuning in. But tell me more. What's that choice? Stay attuned to success.
Every person, every living being, every soul has potential. But until we don't see that potential, we will not be taking any action to it. A small seed has potential to become a big tree. We know that. But until we don't plant that seed in the soil and nourish it and nurture it, that seed would just be lying around. It is not attuned to its highest potential unless it is
Mm,
the ground inside and watered and nurtured. Only then the tuning happens for that seed. A matchstick has the potential to light up a whole forest, right? It's got that gunpowder at the end of it, but until you don't strike it on a flint paper
United.
or whatever,
Yeah,
it is not going to light, right? The
absolutely.
candle has the potential to remove darkness from a space. It's got that wick already in it, but until that wick is not lit, nothing is going to happen. So
Exactly.
we as yeah, so
Yes. Yeah.
we as souls have the potential for everything. We're already attuned to it. Our minds have the intelligence, our bodies have the physical strength, our heart has the passion, our very beingness is ready for success. Our very beingness, our very personalities, our intelligence, our heart, our mind, all these all these qualities that we have, all the faculties that we have, are already attuned to
Mm,
achieve something. But
right.
you are not paying attention to that. You would rather keep it aside and say, I don't have time for this. And I cannot do this because I have other things to do. Of course, you have so many more important things to do, but not at the cost of killing your dream. Please, please don't do that. So, yeah,
Love
that is
it.
what
Love it.
attunement to self is.
I love that. I love the analogies you've given. The seed, the matchstick, amazing candle. I love those.
Thank you.
So more of this can happen when we accept the fact that we deserve the best from the universe. This will happen when we express our desire to succeed, when we take a few steps forward and toward our goal, and do so with the conviction that we will achieve what we want. That is exactly the point where all energies of the universe converge and manifest what we have desired. All these experiences lead to our success and remove all blocks because our unbridled passion is the one fuel that fires this manifestation. When we trust our higher wisdom, yesterday, like we spoke about, our higher consciousness, the self awareness, all of that. So, when we trust this wisdom and follow our instincts, we are energizing our good fortunes. We must be consciously aware of our dream at all times. When we are aware of it constantly, in all conscious and unconscious moments, we are fueling it with our passion. Listen to your inner voice and your gut instinct. Deep inside, our intuition guides us with advice that is for our highest good. Trust that. Trust that. Many times we want to follow someone else's advice just because we do not wish to take responsibility for whatever step we need to take to move forward, right? Following others just to make them happy at the cost of our passion will make us lose sight of our dream, and that will diminish the passion we have for our chosen path. Listen to your heart. Listen to what your instinct tells you. Listen to your inner voice. I love this. Double asterisk. Your passion is the fuel that lights up your soul. Seriously, it does. Of course, you will face rocks and mountains that you have to climb, but the final peak that you reach will be your reward. You will feel blessed because you followed your passion and worked towards fulfilling a cherished dream. This reward is the biggest ever. Have faith in your dream, your ability, and your potential. Okay. If we big I love this part that you've written here in this book, Tashi. It's so beautiful, right? I mean, the example that you've given is the creator creating this world. Okay. You've written that the creator manifested this world, this universe, because he or she had the desire, the passion to create something magnificent in his or her own likeness. Right? So I love that line, in your own likeness. So your passion has you in it. So when
Already.
you work, yeah, when you work towards it, right? It's like you're creating something a part of you. And
Exactly. You are creating more of yourself.
self.
And
I
that is,
love
so
that.
that is what the, yeah, because the creator, I say this to all the people I meet, and of course clients and things, when I tell them about creation. Can you imagine that the creator self self so beautiful, so amazing of myself. I want to create more of me. And then creates the rest of the world in his or her own like compassionate, beautiful, amazing, intelligent. Uh, oh my God. Oh my God. So can you imagine? We are all parts of that magnificence. We are all parts of the same magnificence. And all the qualities that the Creator possesses, so to say, are possessed by us. And passion is one of them, very strong one. And we
Yeah.
are not fulfilling that. And that is when the world gets becomes incomplete. Each one of us is unique, and without us, this universe will not be the same. One person missing, one element of one person's passion missing, and the whole equation changes. The whole dynamics of this universe changes. So just imagine if you fuel your passion with this knowledge that your passion and you are unique and you fulfill that. Can you imagine what this world will become? Oh my God.
I love it. I love this. Passion delivers great results. To make our dream manifest and see it to fruition, we need to have faith and belief. When we believe in a desire, when we are passionate about it, we create faith. With faith, our fate is sealed. Faith helps strengthen our belief that we are capable of achieving anything. This faith is not only in our own abilities, but also in the larger plan that the universe has for us. These plans are nothing other than what we wish to create for ourselves. Faith in the divine will and our sole purpose allows us to see ourselves in a brighter light. Our focus on our own potential increases with the power of faith backing us. We surrender to a higher will, having faith that we will achieve what we work for. We have to experience faith in who we are, believing in our own gifts, potential, and strengths make us stronger. This strength of belief becomes our best tool to create our reality, the reality of success. The power to explore our potential and work toward achieving success comes from a strong passion that lies deep within us. It surfaces when we become aware of our dreams and desires. So, celebrate. the life you have chosen. Recognize your strength to search for your goals and bless your passion, which has guided you to win your cherished dream. And that brings us to the end of today's chapter. For now, from this book.
Amazing. Amazing. I am happy I wrote this chapter. I
Oh,
was I was just following your voice and your words, and yeah, I think viewers, I do hope, not think, I do hope, and I'm sure Foster hopes the same. Trust us when we are saying this together that we are hoping that you all have benefited from these readings. These have not been just readings for our joy. Of course, she and I have been very joyous doing this for you. But I think it has opened a lot more doors. You may not be admitting it right now. It may take you some time to come to terms with things, with some dark spaces within you. All of us have those dark spaces. If we don't have dark spaces or we don't have cracks, then how will the light get in?
light come
You
in.
have heard that only when you have cracks, only when we have cracks can the light come in. So let the light come in. We hope that this book reading session of these 7 chapters has allowed some light to come through those cracks for you. And we're around. We're going to haunt you with more things. And so we're going to keep posting. Kauser is going to post on her page, which is Kauser Sultana. She's on Instagram and Facebook, of course. And I'm also very much there on as Ashtar Tashi on Facebook, Instagram, all of that jazz. Follow us, please. Become friends with us, but not for gossip, please. I appreciate none of that. But I think both of us would love to hear from you and share more wisdom together. Do share your wisdom with us. We'd love to know what you think. And let's just make this world a more beautiful place. Let's make your universe a more amazing place. Keep shining. Love you so much. Mwah. Love you, Kauser. Keep shining. Thank you.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Our request is, if you find these recordings beneficial, feel free to spread them, share with people you know in your network, right? And spread the joy, spread the light. Take care of yourself. Adab.
Adab.